Well, Neal, that's another one ticked off and 13 unbeaten. Was that as straightforward as maybe you thought it was at first?
I didn't think it was going to be straightforward. Maidenhead are a sort of team that will always ask questions of you. I thought we found our way into the game, 10-15. I know goal always helps, but we were controlling the game, and sometimes it's like a boxing match. You have to find out what their game plan is, what they're trying to do to solve the problems. And I thought as the first half wore on, we were getting stronger and stronger. And I think their expected goals at half time was 0.08. It was like they hadn't really got near the goal. So we was comfortable. We just needed to make sure we didn't give them a counter attack, didn't do anything stupid, and that's where the annoying part was for the second, for their first goal. I mean, it's the only chance they've had all game where you say it's a chance to score, and it's come from nothing. A turnover on the ball, a channel ball down the line. We've got two centre halves marking one centre forward, and not only do we let him run in the space that he wants to run into, get him behind, but then cut inside and score. So that's disappointing, because that then makes the next 20-25 minutes more difficult than it needed to be, because that was really their only moment in the game. And then obviously Carl Hoodlin has a great chance to score, and we had our chances, and we could have put it to bed a bit earlier. Boise does it, but it's similar to the Eastleigh game where we done enough to win the game. We deserved to win the game. We were the better team, but we made it hard for ourselves, but we still got there in the end.
Perfect start as well with Dallow getting the opener, and once again Barney's involved, and the big man comes into the team today, and that's what he's there to do.
Yeah, of course his problem is in the box. If you get crosses in, he's got a chance, and he does well, because he's not going to score from the header, so he heads it back across goal, and it's a good finish from Dallow, to be fair. And like I say, all our stuff we did all that stuff we did in training yesterday, that's what it was, stuff where we worked down one side of the pitch, we switched, and we did it quite well from left to right, got Barney and Clarkey in on overlaps, and when they did get into them channels and put crosses in, we looked like we could be a threat.
Was a message at half time a case of more of the same, because we looked comfortable, and like you said just then, we were getting in behind down the right hand flank, in particular with Barney? Yeah,
we knew that they would come and press us a bit more aggressive. Second half we played a bit longer, but they were a bit more aggressive with their pressing, and when we've gone to 2-1, that then gives them a little bit more hope, makes us a little bit more on edge about making that one mistake that might drop us the point. So I think when you put all of that together, we went a little bit longer, then we got caught in a bit of a lull. Newt's come on and give us that little bit more energy and vibrancy, and we changed to a 4-4-2 towards the end, just to have two runners up there, and that's when we scored our goal. So we deserved to win. It was up until the one real moment, where the one player beats the two centre halves, it was a comfortable performance. It was a professional performance. It's just made it a little bit more edgy than it needed to be.
Just touch on there. I know you'll be disappointed with it. Maybe with games coming up like Tuesdays at Halifax against a team in and around, is that something that maybe we need to be a bit more careful with, maybe cut out those bits?
Yeah, we need to cut it out anyway. I said we haven't kept a clean sheet in a while, and we've done video stuff with the defenders on not being too wide apart, centre half covering each other, not letting one ball beat us both, stuff like that, and that's what cost us today. So hopefully we'll learn from it. Listen, we've won the game. It hasn't affected the result. We now need to learn from it and make sure that we take it forward and hopefully get a clean sheet or two, because we're going to need them along the way. But like I say, another 3 goals for the boys. We look a threat going forward, and when you have a 3-game week, it's always good to start with a win on the first one.
Yeah, it's another one of those, as you mentioned. And does it feel like there's a feel-good factor about the place at the moment going into this final sort of 9 games now?
Of course, yeah. When you're 13 games unbeaten, if it doesn't feel good around the place, something's wrong. So we're in a good place. We're enjoying it. Everyone's working hard for each other. But we know there's a long way to go. As you see when you look at the results, everyone around us is winning. It's relentless. No one's dropping points. So there's a lot of big teams who've got to play each other. We know we're part of that. Obviously, we've got to go Halifax away, and Stockport and Wrexham and Bournemouth. So there's a lot of teams who've got to play each other, and it's going to be an interesting end to the season. But we can't ask for any more from the boys than to do what they've done since Christmas and for most of the season.
Good to have Luke's back in the fold after his illness, and just to touch on those out with Runes and Gudge as well. Yeah,
Runes is back. He felt he's back on Thursday, came in on Friday stiff as a board, so he missed. Gudge has been ill all week, had a virus. I think his daughter had one, so he's sort of gone around the family, so Gudge has been ill as well. We've had a little bit of sickness in the camp with 1 or 2, so it's been a little bit of a, I think we only had 12 players training earlier in the week, so it's been a little bit of a difficult week, but the boys have come out strong, and now we need to take it in the next 2.